I'd like to introduce Joshua Dickson, and he is the director of the orphanage and has been taking care of more than 100 children for some time now. So I'd like to just go into the history with you just a little bit, Joshua. When did you start with the orphanage?
All right, I started working with an orphanage the year 2012, September, and this year is my 10th year working with the orphanage.
10 years.
Yes, working with the
Now,
orphanage.
right. And really, almost all of the orphans that have come in because of violence somewhere.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Most of them are from the northeast, and then some north central. That their parents were being attacked by the Sunnis Fulani Muslim, what do we call it, Boko Haram, and also the Fulani herdsmen. Most of the parent children were killed as a result of such attack.
Yeah. Now, I talked to one young girl who has been here since she was 7 years old, and she was 14 now, and her parents were killed by the Fulani, but there are several others. Their parents were killed, or at least the father was killed by the Boko Haram up in the far northeast in Borno.
Yes, exactly.
I remember when I first came here in 2018 and saw some of the challenges, and one of the challenges was with food. At the time, I think really because of some support dropping off, the children were really only receiving 2 meals a day.
Yeah, you're right. The meal was without protein, but the Lord has been sustaining us. Yeah, and but after then, with as God has opened doors through the religious freedom coalition, at least the meal has been wonderful now.
Yeah. Well, we've done our best. One of the things that we wanted to do was to supply protein, and we have been able to for the last 4 years supply enough protein that the children are getting protein 3 meals a day, and they're getting eggs in the morning.
Yes.
every single day, and we're happy that we've been able to do that. Now at Miango, we were also able to establish the farm.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the farm and what the farm was producing for 2 years and what it would have produced this year if it wouldn't have been for the Fulani attack in August.
All right. It was wonderful. It was fun engaging the children into farming, and that has been a fun to the children. So the farm has really helped in terms of one, experience the children being part of it, and two, in terms of food security, that has really helped us to eat what we farm, and that's great. And we, at least for the past years, we have been having bountiful harvest, and we give God glory for that until this attack started affecting the yield, because especially last year the farm, we couldn't give it attention because of the situation, the security challenge that we had.
Well, last year in 2021, really, you had to evacuate the children twice. Yeah. Once in May when there was a threat of the attack, and then they never reached the orphanage on Miango Road. But then in August, you sent me a WhatsApp message warning of an attack, that somebody had warned you of an attack, and you sent me a video of people streaming past the orphanage. I remember it, and the next thing I knew, you sent me a message that you were getting the children out.
Exactly.
And thank the Lord that you did.
Praise God for such wisdom. Actually, being there while the children watching the community, the indigenous were living due to the Fulani were approaching the Jebu Miango where the orphanage was, so everybody was scared, and we have to take counsel from the Lord, and we have to move the children out of that place. That was on the 2nd of August. It was so horrific, and looking at the children background, their past, most of their parents were killed by the same kind of people, and again, the people are still visiting, try to also, God has just have to do something, and we thank God for such decision that we took to evacuate the children from there. I could remember when I was going back to, after we evacuated the children, one of the child was telling me, Uncle, go and get me my books. I went there to the hostel, the female hostel, the books were burnt down. Nothing, we couldn't take anything out of that place. Mattresses burned down, their hostels burned down, everything was burned down. But we were trusting God to heal the children completely from the trauma. But for now, at least the children are safe here in the town, and believing God to have a better place for children of their own property.
Well, we have one of the things that we've done. We've looked here. This is temporary. We don't know how long it will be, but you managed to find a place to be able to house 138 children. They're housed in this building. They're much more cramped than they were at Miango, and you had to actually build temporary classrooms out of scrapboard because there's no room in here to teach.
Yeah, there's no room. It was not easy, but we just managed until we were able to get a temporary classroom from over there, because education must continue. They have to be taught, they have to learn, so they can correct the future and make the world a better place.
This is more, this isn't an orphanage just for people, just for the young people, just for the children to have a place to live.
Yeah.
This is a place where the Lord is present and where they're being raised with the Word of God, and you have devotionals every single morning.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we have a program for the children, devotions. We have Bible study, discipleship. We have other skills, other things that will make them busy and help their spiritual life, physical life, social life, and mental life as well.
Well, we are trying to improve the situation here, and one of the things we mentioned, all the children's clothes were burned, all the children's mattresses were burned, their books were burned, and we've done our best. We did we did get all new mattresses and the frames and that we bought bales of we had to buy bales of used clothing, obviously, but entire bales of clothing in order to clothe the children. Now they have new school uniforms as well. The food has we have been managed to do well with that, and we even did get a transporter in order to move the children. Well, Joshua, we look forward to being able to do better here. I know we're both of us went out and we looked at land. We hope to be able to buy it, but land inside the city is expensive. And we need to continue to look at that, and it's really up to God's people as to what we can do here. Whether the Lord directs people, His people, in order to supply the need here, in order to help us provide for these children who have been terrorized and who's have lost their parents and their homes to the Boko Haram and to other criminal Sunni Muslim organizations associated with the Islamic State. And we need to help these children. We need to help them and others in order to live up, to grow up, and to be one with the Lord and strong in the Lord, and understand that what happened to them with their homes being destroyed, what happened with the orphanage, that this was not the fault of God, that this was the hand of the Lord protecting them from this terror, so that they would be able to grow and take the Word of God and to show the love of Jesus Christ to others through the strength that they have received through Him.
Amen.